Hello ladies, this is Sydney with Syddin Pretty here, and I today am doing one of my first Instagram TV almost like look and learns. I don't think I've ever posted a video to the platform this long and this detailed, so I'm pretty excited about that. In today's video you will see me silk press natural hair that is only stretched out once a year. Now, as far as a lot of us may know, in the natural hair movement, it is not unheard of to promote flat ironing the hair no more than once or twice a year. And what I want to do today is address that belief. Is this actually beneficial for the hair, or does this do more harm than good? So this particular client of mine is actually a family friend, and I've been knowing her for some years now. The funny thing is, I actually did one of my first silk presses on her hair years ago. So it was nice to try out the technique on her hair now that my skills have grown tremendously. So she's been natural for some time now, and like I mentioned before, she only flat irons her hair once a year, but I believe she does a lot of other kind of stretch styles such as twists and buns. She does not use heat tools though. She doesn't blow dry her hair. She doesn't use a hooded dryer. She doesn't use a steamer, etc., etc., etc. So all of her stuff is just pretty much manual. She doesn't use any of the extra tools. So what I wanted to talk about is the fact that while no heat or minimal heat usage is promoted in the natural hair community, and it is said to be the healthiest thing for the hair, I strongly disagree, and this is why. A lot of people that tend to subscribe to this particular philosophy, not only do they pretty much stretch their hair once a year, and I want to make it clear, when I say stretch, I'm specifically talking about stretching with heat, not just doing twists and things like that. But not only are they stretching once a year with flat ironing and blow drying, etc., but they also seem to only get their hair trimmed once a year. Now, some of you all are probably going to fall somewhere in between this. Not everybody is going to subscribe to this, but a lot of women do. And what I typically see is these women end up needing the most hair chopped off when it is time to actually trim or cut the hair. Now, if you are familiar with how split ends actually work, when your hair splits and you do not cut it or address it or mend that split end, what happens is travel further along the hair shaft, causing an even larger split. And for women who do not stretch their hair already tends to be more susceptible to dryness, more susceptible to breakage due to the constant manipulation, due to the constant tangling, the constant detangling, etc. And when you pair that with not getting trims on a regular basis, you end up with needing major chops when you do go and get that hair done. So it's much better, in my professional opinion, to incorporate regular heat styling into your regimen to minimize breakage, to minimize tangling, etc., and be able to maintain your trimmed ends than to just wait once a year. It actually seems to do more harm than good. Now, I'm specifically speaking to those of us with nappy hair. If you do not like the word nappy, you are going to need to exit this video right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to change the word to make it feel better for you. On my YouTube channel and here on my platform, we emphasize the difference between curly and nappy hair. For us, we do not use it with a negative connotation. We just simply use it because that's what we feel comfortable using. I don't use the word kinky because people can still have kinky, silky, curly hair. Nappy is hair that is not defined unless you do a bazillion things to it. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to break that down. You can go to my YouTube video, and I actually broke this down in a video called Curly versus Nappy Hair, the reason the natural hair movement has not benefited you. So back to what I'm saying, for those of y'all who get in your feelings quick, if that bothers you, find another video. For those of us with nappier hair textures, hair that is more susceptible to dryness, hair that is more susceptible to breakage, etc., we need to be incorporating regular heat usage into our regimens. If you are somebody that prefers natural styles and you want to wear your hair in that way most of the time, I recommend that you incorporate silk presses at least quarterly into your regimen. And you want to do the right technique when you're getting your hair silk pressed or you're doing it yourself. If you would like to know how to properly silk press your hair, make sure that you click the link in my bio and enroll in my silk press for length retention class. Here I teach you all of my techniques to use silk presses to not only retain length, but also to enhance your curl pattern and grow beautiful, long, and strong hair. I've used this technique on myself and all of my clients and have received much success on both ends. At least quarterly silk presses, and at those times getting your trims or dusts is going to be better than waiting until the end of the year or whatever every year. And I think a good rule of thumb for how much hair we should be trimming in total is about an inch to an inch and a half annually. And that's not all together, that's just throughout the year. If you can keep your trims or dead ends under that throughout the year, you're going to see your hair continue to flourish year after year after year. When you are waiting until once a year, when you have 3 and 4 and 5 inches of split ends to cut off, you're going to notice your hair is not really growing how you want it to grow. And again, this is not for those with that super curly, loose, textured hair. We're talking about people with nappy hair. We have got to make that distinction because we keep trying to take these tips that these girls on YouTube are giving and they do not work for those of us with a specific hair texture. The sooner you can make that distinction, come to terms with the fact that your hair does not look like these girls on YouTube and the ones they advertise in the products and stuff, the faster you can meet your hair goals. Being in the now and being sensitive about it is not helping you, okay? So y'all, that's my take on this. I'm not gonna let this video be too long in terms of me narrating the video. I'm gonna let you all continue to watch this beautiful silk press. And a lot of you all may wonder why I hear, and even my client in the video said this, I don't even like to get the presses. It sucks that they don't last more than a day when I get them done. When you are regularly incorporating stretching and deep conditioning and silk presses, etc., blow drying into your regimen, your hair is going to revert way faster than anybody that does. And the reason is because the cuticle really tends to be damaged, okay? And when I say damage, I mean the scales on the cuticle do not tend to lie flat how they need to. Therefore, they're constantly absorbing moisture, etc. And this is what a lot of y'all call high porosity. However, you're not doomed to having highly porous hair. You simply need to implement the things I just discussed in this video. Stay on your treatments, strengthen your hair, get it used to being stretched, incorporate your trims in like you need to, and you won't have this issue anymore. If you want to have beautiful silk presses, if you want to have hair that lasts long, if you want to have hair that's easier to detangle, if you want to have more defined curls, if you want to reduce your frizz, if you want to have a clearer and healthier scalp, you need to adopt what I'm telling you today. This does not mean you have to only wear your hair straight, but it does mean that healthy silk presses and healthy blow drying and healthy deep conditioning are all a part of a healthy regimen when it comes to those of us who have highly textured hair. So I hope this tip was helpful. If you all would like to learn more about this, make sure that you click the link in my bio and head over to my YouTube channel where I upload more videos like the one you're seeing today. Also, if you want to know how you can get started on your healthy hair journey and learn how to stretch your hair appropriately, learn products that actually work for your hair, make sure that you go ahead and enroll in my Growentine 40-day hair growth challenge where I teach you everything you need to know to never have a bad hair day again. This is going to be especially helpful as we enter into these lockdowns when it comes to retaining your length, when it comes to keeping up with the results that you've gotten from going to your favorite stylist, this is key. If you want to learn more about specific techniques such as blow drying, flat ironing, shampooing, etc., make sure that you enroll in my Syddin Pretty Academy. There I post in-depth hair classes, tutorials, and other information to make your hair journey easier. Both of these products work in tandem to help you grow and maintain the hair of your dreams. Alrighty, I hope you all enjoy the rest of this video. Ladies, if you're still watching at this point, thank you so much. I want to show you the picture after we flat ironed her hair. As you can see, it was very lopsided. One side was longer than the other, and she had inches of split ends. This is a prime example of what I came on here discussing with you all earlier. Make sure that you apply the tips in the beginning of this video so that you can start living your dream hair journey today. Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment your thoughts below, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.